Hey guys, it's Kaz here, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a flip through of my journal so far. It's been half a year, been a little bit over half a year, but we're counting this as a half year flip through. So first of all, this is a journal I use, it's called a Lemome. It has one bookmark, elastic close. This is my second one of these because the paper is really thick compared to other journals, so you can write in black like this and it doesn't leak through. So let's just get into it. Here's my starting page. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, 2020. Next up, I wanted to have an overview of every month to write down stuff that I was doing, which seemed like a good idea at the time, but then, you know, March got cancelled, and then April got cancelled, and then May got cancelled, and then June got cancelled. So it's just kind of here, reminding me that half of the year went by. Here's the last of the calendar. And then I also wanted to do a page of readathons. Not that I really look back at this very often, but it's so hard to remember when readathons are, so I thought I'd put them all together so it's easy. If I do need to look back at it, it's all in one place. Next up, one of my favourite pages here. It's got a tab so it's easier for me to find it. And this is my 2020 TBR, and I know it's a lot. Most people have like a 5-book TBR or something. This one is like 48 books or something like that, I think. But all the ones that are coloured in are the ones that I've read so far, so I'm going pretty well. I'm on track. Next up, I did a TV and a film page. These are shows that I kind of felt like I needed to watch. Like Stranger Things, I watched a few of the episodes. I think I watched 3 of season 1 and then just never watched it again, so I thought, maybe I should give it a go. As you can see, I'm not doing very well here, even though I watch a lot of stuff. I am over halfway through the last season of Hannibal though, to be fair. And I'm near the end of season 1 at Sense8, so kind of, even though, look at all these Vikings. I've been wanting to watch Vikings for so long, and I still haven't. Over here, the film, I just wanted to do a film reel thing like this, but then I didn't know what to put in it. A few of these ones at the top I put in straight away at the beginning of the year. A few of the other ones I wrote in as I watched them because I thought, you know what, that is a film I definitely wanted to watch, like Pride, for example. So I wrote it in and coloured it out. Next up, a page that looks very empty, but here at the end of the year, or maybe even now in the middle, maybe I'll start doing it, but I wanted to look at what I've been listening to throughout each month and then print off little pictures of the album or the single or whatever and make it a little bit more collagey and stick them all in here. So at the moment it's just headphones. Goals. As you can see, half of the thing isn't even filled because what can you even do this year? It's cancelled. But I mean, I've managed a few of them, but most of them I'm not really doing. Explore new places. Not really something I can actually physically do, along with the photographing things. But this side, you know, we're getting close. I have made some stuff on Redbubble, I just haven't sold any yet. Make art to sell, that kind of is that, but I'm also thinking of other sort of physical art. Learn to finger sign. I really want to do this just so even if I don't know full words, if I ever do need to be able to sign out something, I can do it longhand, which obviously is a lot, but also it means only having to learn 26 signs and then I can definitely say anything even if it is longer. Next up, another page that looks very empty, and again in a similar vein of the music page, what I was thinking of doing on this is writing down all the places I've been to and then at the end of the year making it so there's like some of them are written in big, some of them are smaller. Basically, I was meant to be going to Canada this year, so it's going to be like, oh, Canada, and then maybe all the places I went around it, and then any other places. At the moment, I've been to Nottingham, and that's it. So maybe it's just going to say Nottingham in big letters at the end of the year. Moving on, we have the YouTube stats. So this one, I wanted to look at how many subscribers I got, what videos I've been putting out. I mean, my channel's dead. I've been here for nearly 4 years and I've not even got 700 subscribers, so, you know, other people are out here with 3 videos on their channel with like 10k, but anyway, let's not be salty. Here, I was meant to do it when there was 6 here and 6 here, but I got to September and came up here and I was like, oh crap, I've got random extra bits. So I've also done my Instagram, my Twitter, photo Instagram, and then just like a full add up of how many subs I've gained and what videos I've done out, and I don't know what to put there. I'm sure I'll think of some stat to pretend that I cared about and pretend that it's not just that I made too many squares. Next we have a sort of exercise slash weight type of thing. I've covered them up because I don't want to talk about that sort of personal stuff. But, I mean, technically, I have lost over 1.5 stone this year, so I'm happy about that. But, yeah, I do the start and the end weight each month. It's not the main focus here. Half of the months, I haven't lost anything. Like, I lost 0.5 stone, and then nothing, and then 0.5 stone, and then nothing, and then 0.5 stone. Like, it's random. But this is more into track with my steps. So if I do under 5,000 steps, how many days I do in between, and then how many I do over 10k. And it's getting better. For example, look, in January, there was only 12 days where I did over 10k steps. But in June, 26 days. And May, 26 days, so doing better. And then also spinning because I have an exercise bike, so that's one thing. And then at the end, just all the steps counted together, how many I did in that month. So now we're getting on to the actual monthly spreads. These are all pretty self-explanatory. They're very similar, just with a different theme each time. So January, I have a tracker over here that is my upload schedule, how many times I'm on the exercise bike, 10k steps, so colour it in full if I've done 10k, or like colour it in. Obviously that must have been about 5,000. This, I don't know, maybe 1,000. So it's just kind of a way to do that. And then my Instagram pages, which as you can see throughout this whole thing, I'm pretty terrible at uploading on Instagram, but I'm getting better. Over here we have the whole shelf, and then the space below. At the end of each month I just write down what videos I did. Here we have the red shelf, and then under that I write down which books off my 2020 TBR I read there, just to kind of keep me accountable and remind me that I have all these books on my TBR that I need to read. And then over here, I did read your shelves in January, so that's the thing. And I managed to do all of them apart from Brought on Vacation, because I don't have any books brought on vacation. Next, we have the music and the watch list pages. As you can see, quite a lot. I watched a shitload of stuff. I listened to loads of stuff. Self-explanatory, really. And then on to February. So this is the first month I did my Scrabble TBR, so it's very Scrabble related. February, leap year, read. It's a fun time. Also, side note, a fun fact, each month the colour theme is the same theme as the words on all of my thumbnails. So if you go on my thumbnails, they're always a different colour. So in February, they were all green. And this bit's always the same colour as well. It's a nice little fact for you guys. So this turned out very messy. I did loads of stamps, but then didn't let them dry, so they were a bit over here as well. And, you know, not everything's going to turn out the way you want it, so it's fine. Again, same stuff, haul videos I put up. This page also is a mess. I had these like Scrabble stickers, which I thought were a good idea, but then also I didn't actually think of how I was gonna do the whole spread. I just kind of stuck them on. So it's a little bit of a mess. Loads of letters all over it. And then each of these are the books that I picked for that letter. And just for a fun little extra, you probably can't tell because of the colour of it, there's how many points I would get for each of these books. If I put invisible down, I would get 14 points. I also did Contemporary-a-thon in February. This has no relevance to anything, I just did circles. It was probably close to the time when I got my circles, so I thought, hey, use them. What I read, what was off my 2020 TBR, and then music and watch list. Again, I put the little number underneath each letter, what it represents. And then it was also the time when I went to Alice Oseman's Heartstopper book tour thing, so I wrote a little bit about that. And I also wrote out my review in full for when I did this gig. And then this is literally the only gig I've done this year, so that's sad. But I wrote in the review that I put on the website. And then we're on to March. Fun thing about this, I did this theme because it looks the same as the Birmingham Comic Con sign, MCM, but then it was cancelled because of COVID, so you know. Sort of fun and games. Look, it's the same stuff but different colours. This theme was purple. Didn't pick up many things. I did Sequelathon in March. As you can tell, I was still loving the fact that I have circles now. What I've read, TBR books. Here I did the music and watch list sideways like the title page, just for a bit of fun. Why not? And then moving on to April. So in April, I have these little stickers that I bought from Redbubble and then had no idea what to do with them. So that's what I did here. They're little cats that are like constellation-y. There we go, you can hear him. And here's one I drew going up in a rocket. So in April, I also added on an extra one over here. I added on workout, which is ironic because I didn't work out hardly any in April, because at the end of March, I started doing the Joe Wicks workout. And then after about a week of doing it, I really hurt my foot, and then I couldn't do it for the rest of the next month. I tried, as you can see up here, but I was just hobbling around and it was not a good idea. So that was an extra thing added on, but didn't happen in April, but it is something that I've carried on. And also, the fact that I only actually started working out at the end of March, but still have lost over 1.5 stone, I'm happy with that. As you can see, I only bought one book, so I added on some random books that I got on my Kindle as well, free books or some of the Amazon Kindle lending library type thing. And also added a few bits of washi tape because I have so much and I thought, you know what, I should probably actually use some of this. Here's my red shelf. As you can see, I read loads in April. It was Indie April. I didn't know what to do with this blank page because there was no readathon or anything, so I just wrote Indie April there. And all the books with the little pink arrow are all indie books, so good times. April was such a great reading month. I read so much. Little did I know it would make me slump. Anyway, music, watch list. Watched quite a bit there. I even had to go over there, look. How did I watch that much and read that much? I don't know. And then we're into May, and I didn't know what to do here, so I just put it's gonna be May, like that meme, because of NSYNC. Here we go. Look, I actually started working out again. Yay! Did really good on my steps in May as well. There's only a few days that I didn't get 10k steps. Also doing a bit better on my Instagram, so you know, it's all good. It's all gravy. Over here, I uploaded quite a few videos as well. My haul shelf again. I had quite a bit of space, so I just drew a bonsai tree because why not? Trying to add that washi tape again. So May was mental healthathon, and again, this month I read a lot. April and May, I read a lot, and then June and July have not been it to me. So I printed off the mental healthathon board, and then here's what I read. Did the colours, or attempted to put the same sort of colours in there. I also did the Because We Can Readathon, so that's this page. Used some washi tape. I also have these random papers, so I thought I'd use one. And then a music and watch list. And then June was obviously Pride Month. And before lesbians start having a go at me, I know lesbian flags get taken off everything or not put on, but there's 4 letters in June, so allow it. Okay? Also, I accidentally did a purple line there, so I had to just white it out. Next up, we have what is a very pretty section over here. And somehow, luckily, I picked up 6 books in June, so I managed to do that with Pride flag as well. This is what I read, and only one of the books were on my 2020 TBR. And also, look, there's a lesbian flag. It does exist, okay? And also, this was sapphic, 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 so shush. Yeah, I got these stickers off Redbubble, like the cat ones, and obviously, perfect time to use them. Music and watch list, I did this in the Pride colours as well. It's so colourful. And then we're on to July, and I really like this. This is the colours of the Join the Six Readathon, the background thing that we use, and I had a lot of fun doing this. Over here, we've got my stats page thing again. Look how good I'm doing on Instagram. That's nearly every day. Loving life. I used gel pens for the first time in about 20,000 years to do a few little music signs and headphones over here. Here's my what I've picked up this month. I don't write what I've put on YouTube until the end of the month, so I can see if I want to space it out or put it all together, depending on how much I upload. Over here, this is what I've read so far this month, and I had such a fun time doing this Join the Six Readathon spread. So this title is the first bit I did, which is why it's in lines like that instead of sort of all blended together like the drums and the title page. And then I use white gel pen to go around it, and it's slightly up, and I really like it. It's like a little puffy feeling. And because my pathway is drums, I did a drum set, and I'm really happy with this. I really enjoyed doing that. And then we've got the watch list and music, again with the same sort of gradient of the colours. I haven't watched much this month, which is surprising, because I've not watched much, and I've not read much, so I don't know what I've been doing with my time. And that is it. We're halfway through the month. I've shown you a little bit over halfway here, but that is my journal. It's kind of just the same over and over again, but it keeps the stats that I want. Sometimes I feel like mixing it up. I might mix it up eventually, but who knows. It's got a lot more streamlined this year, which is kind of a good and a bad thing. It's all just a few pages each month. When last year I had a lot of random stuff that I was doing. Like I was doing writing stuff each day last year and readathon stuff. Look at that bloody hole, that's a lot. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like what I do now at the moment isn't as fun, so maybe I'll mix it up, I do not know. But that's the end of the video. Let me know down below if you have a journal, if you like this journal, if you think I should have more fun with it like the beginning of the year. Well, last year, that's not the beginning of the year. Let me know. And if this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of my others. And if you continue to enjoy, then please subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I'll see you in a few days with another video. Bye. Hey Lulu.